in the Agaton Abbott award video, I said I had 6 to 7 more awards with that I was going to add in, like, cover in video form. And I got 4 more. I said I'd do 6 to 7 more. So I got 4 more. And then after that, if I can find a few more props, there's some that'll fill in just for, like, to have some for, like, temporal spacing accuracy in the awards and honors playlist, which I'll link to in the video description. So that's some logistics. This award I am talking to this time is another plaque award from girls swimming, or I received in girls swimming as part of the Shorewood High School girls swim and dive team. This is the Shorewood High School in the city of Shoreline, Washington State. There's another Shorewood High School in Wisconsin. This is the one where I'm at. City of Shoreline, Washington State, United States of America, Plant Earth the original. And this one is, so on the first plaque award I did a video for the coaches award, they misspelled my name. This year, for this award, they put the wrong name of the award on the plaque. So I think I got this in like a paper form too or something. So like here it was wrong, but they spelled my name right, but then on the paper it was right. So I got, for 2008, it was determined by the swimmers of the team. They voted for a most inspirational swimmer. So each year there was someone determined by popular vote, most inspirational swimmer. And the plaque says varsity girls swimming. I was a bubble swimmer, meaning I swam both varsity and junior varsity. And I lettered all 4 years. But I swam both because I was not comparatively good at everything. And so it was just most inspirational swimmer. And this was the year where the team kind of took a really hard hit because of the Olympic Games. So our swim season started, I think if I recall correctly, September 2008, which was after the 2008 Olympic Games. And whenever there's like, you know, somebody wins a bunch of medals in a certain sport, the sport itself struggles a lot because a lot of the kind of fish brain is kind of accurate for swimming. Swimmers who think alike, who are like at the best and thinking about collegiate swimming or thinking about they want to go to the Olympic Games. A lot of those people all think the same, all focus on the same people, all focus on the person who set the most world records or won the most gold medals or yada yada yada. And that year was like, as a girls swim team, that was like Natalie Coughlin set a record, I think, or tied a record as the most decorated female, and she was American, and so there was stuff like that. And so there were kind of like the varsity only swimmers came in and kind of just like dominated the social sphere of swimming, and I was not a varsity only swimmer, and I was really depressed about the 2008 Olympic Games. Like I was like, if I hear the name Michael Phelps one more time, I'm gonna cut myself, because I did cut myself, and I did, you know, someone at work brought it up, and so I cut myself, and I was like, this is not healthy. I need to focus on something better. And so during the summer actually of 2008, I was like, I'm gonna focus on the swim team this year, like the girls swim team, and everybody like me and who swims junior varsity. So I swam junior varsity and varsity, and then there were the junior varsity only swimmers, which was like 2/3 to 3/4 of the team fell into that. So the varsity only swimmers were, you know, the minority of the sport, just like the vast majority of swimmers are not Olympians, are not on college swim teams and stuff like that. So if you want the true heart of the sport, collegiate swimming and the Olympic Games and that kind of stuff is not the right place to look. And so I focused on the swimmers, my fellow swimmers this year. It was all about building each other up. I came in and I was the person who, so like all the varsity only swimmers, you know, they focused on everybody from America who won gold medals and or set a record in the number of medals they won or the number of records they set and stuff. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna, over the summer, I was like, I did prep for this swim season, and I was like, if I have to have a male name and a female name that I bring to the swim team, from like the 2008 Olympic Games, who am I taking with me, as these are people I like. And so my man was Cesar Cielo of Brazil, and Liesl Jones of Australia. And so, you know, there were all varsity only swimmers, and then there was me and my like little Brazil and Australia bubble of like, it's really, I like these ones. And it kind of like, it built a little bit of a barrier between like those of us who were there to just enjoy swimming, weren't doing it for a certain time, or doing it, or like a relative time, right? Like kind of American Olympians do, right? It's all about beating the other person and getting a time faster than the other person and getting a medal there, right? It's not about that, right? In junior varsity, people don't even necessarily get to swim in the final, right? There's no earning points for the team. There's none of that. So the motivation behind swimming is very, very different than the doing it to win a medal or swim faster than everybody else kind of thing. And so, and that's not why I did swimming. And so that came through this year, and I was voted most inspirational. It was very much I was a junior. It was a different household dynamic kind of feeling it too. I had time to. My sister wasn't. This is the autumn of 2008. She started school at the University of Washington, so she wasn't around as much, so I had time. Kind of like where I wouldn't be interacting with her, so I could focus on swimming or focus on making signs or focus on like reading over the personal best time sheet and being like, okay, I'm gonna see how much of this I can memorize before the next meet, and then if somebody swims the best time, kind of congratulate them. And so I put a bunch of time into just like morale building kind of, and it came through and my teammates noticed it. And it was a fun year for let's put it this way. This is why varsity girls swimming was put on here. Was I became very much a favorite, or not the favorite, but a favorite amongst junior varsity swimmers this year. And so varsity girls swimming was put on this plaque to remind me that I also swam varsity, right? My home and high school swimming became kind of junior varsity, not varsity swimming, even though I was relied on in individual and relay events to earn points for the team, right? My home at the time and in hindsight, it's still junior varsity, not varsity, right? And so I received this award autumn of 2008 at the awards banquet. I also was voted captain that year. So my hard work paid off, not only to be most inspirational, but to be voted captain for the following year. So that's a different one. It's kind of an award. It's an award / role that I had to fill out. So I'm going to present the plaque for that one. That was 2009 to 2010. I served as captain. But I was voted captain this same year. So it was really like my hard work and dedication to the team in advance of the start of the season and during the season and stuff. It really showed, and my teammates recognized that and awarded me this and the role of captain for that reason, which was there were multiple captains because we had a big team, right? But it was still each a captain. And so, yeah, that is this award. This is the most inspirational swimmer, girls swimming, Shorewood High School, 2008. Yes. And here's the plaque, though it was girls swimming, but varsity to remind me I was a varsity swimmer as well as a junior varsity swimmer. And the varsity coach very much viewed me as her swimmer kind of thing, even though so it was like my coach was like the varsity coach, but then socially I got along better with the junior varsity and I performed on both. So it was kind of a weird compared to like what's published in the press, which is like the varsity only people. And I was not so easy to categorize. Happy Saturday to September 2023.